You know, in the 40-something years that I've been actively seeking the Lord, studying His Word, and having a better understanding of what life is all about, one of my favorite TV evangelists in that period of time was a man named Charles Stanley. He went home to be with the Lord just a short time ago. I think he was in his low 90s. His stuff really ministered to my heart. I had a whole bunch of his monthly newsletters and messages here that I was going to share with you. And I do this for about a year in advance. I thought, well, this one would be a good one. This one would be a good one. Well, I picked up the best one this morning before I'm doing this closing. Talk about perfect timing. The title is Two Types of Listeners. It's possible to listen to every word of a sermon while actually not hearing a word of it. Sadly, this happens in churches every week. Bodies may be in the pew, but minds are somewhere else. In fact, practically every church around the world has two types of listeners, passive and active. Passive listeners are those who attend church, maybe even every week, but just sit in the pew and let their minds wander. They watch people, notice how others dress and act, socialize with friends, and make lunch plans. They don't go to church to hear from the Lord, but show up out of habit, or because the simple act of going makes them feel better about themselves. Active listeners, on the other hand, walk into the sanctuary excited about what the Lord is going to say. They have a Bible, a notebook, a pen in hand, ready to capture the meat of the message. They jot down as much as possible, trying not to miss a single point of the sermon. And they listen. They ask themselves, how does this apply to my life? God communicates in many different ways, and when He speaks, we should do our best to listen actively. Of course, we all have days when we're less focused. So if your mind is wandering during worship, ask the Lord to refocus your thoughts and help you tune in to what He was saying. By the way, this was a perfect word for me this morning. I was going to use all of these, but this one, that was God's timing. See you on the water.